PKA 638 with our guest Dick.
If you guys were
Pretty
to
cool.
get one procedure, what would you do?
I want a third arm. I mean, I feel like I could get
Any
and that's why you
procedure
have
that
to go
doesn't
to an
exist.
no, they're going to
Where do you
attach
get
my
the third
rib
one,
cage
murderer?
to my rib cage like Goro. And now that I have a third arm, I'll
Goro
be able
has
to
four
work
arms. You're
with
not
my
even going
new
all the
arm.
way.
Yeah, pussy.
I can't afford it. Okay, I'm going to be honest. They're
Give me
$500,000
half a
each.
Goro, Todd.
I'm leveraged. All right, with the third arm though, I'll be able to earn the fourth arm and go full Goro.
Over time,
Uh-huh.
parlay it. Okay, two non-functional shitty arms. I
They
think.
work. They work.
Skin flaps.
They absolutely work. I'll be able to do. Oh my god! Imagine the double dumbbell rows. Holy shit! I'll
You'd
look
be
like
huge.
a huge, like a.
You'll be the talk of the gym.
You'd need to.
You could just get
All right,
fake arms caught with like hinges. Sew some new sleeves on your shirt, like the Jackson 5 guys.
Anchor
Like a
arms.
spider Halloween costume.
Yeah. It's a whole new workout I do. It's called the Goro workout. You lift twice as much weight, and it looks awesome.
And they get mad if you do it at the mall. Like
I need 2 spotters for this bench. Okay, how much is on the lower bench?
you're spending twice as much on gym equipment.
I've always wanted to get hair plugs on my penis. Do you
The
think they
penis
do
itself?
that?
Like on the
just
head of it.
cover it. So like the whole thing looks like Cousin
Just-
It from the Addams Family.
This is
You
a
could.
great idea.
Yeah, you absolutely could. Have you seen those people like maybe in China or probably India? India has a lot of it. Like with that disease where they grow hair out of everywhere.
Yes,
Like,
I
they're
have
called like
seen
wolf
that.
people, and they're like their nose grows hair, their eyelids grow hair. I bet they've got dick hair. So it's
Are they called
possible.
wolf people? Taylor?
That is what they're. That is
called?
that is the preferred nomenclature. Yes. They don't have a lobby, so it doesn't matter. there's like 6 of them, and they're just howling somewhere in the woods.
What would you guys get?
I'd get that Chinese surgery to get like 7 inches taller, where they shatter my legs.
Oh, dude, I know.
I want to be
I know a
6'7".
couple guys. Yeah, this guy who called into my show
skins.
did that. He went to India, and he was there for like 8 months, or maybe it wasn't that long. I don't know if it was 8 weeks or months, but he got like 3 inches on his height, and now I see it on Instagram all the time. These before and afters of doctors. I assume in L.A. They put this huge screw, this like long metal rod that has a screw in it, and it always separates all day with some kind of magnetic system. Like they crank it every day to grow your bones. It's really fucking wild, man.
It seems painful.
Terrible.
Yeah, it seems like
it
it's like
does.
medieval torture.
I would want a surgery that's a little easier to recover from than the growth surgery.
Yeah.
And so the first thing that pops into my head, liposuction. Like, oh man, fucking carve out those abs. It's so hard to get the kind of abs that I desire. And like every so often I'll visit like adjacent to really ripped. Like my abs now are what I call emerging abs. Like they're like,
You've got abs, man.
I have abs, but they could be squarer, right? And sometimes when I'm almost there, like you know, they're really showing through. But to get like that bottom part, the last 2 of the 6-pack, I have like a solid 4-pack and then a 5th one that's combined by the belly button. But the thing is, liposurgery is incredibly painful to recover from. I think it's less painful to lose that last bit of body fat than it is to have the surgery. My wife had facial cosmetic surgery, like, I don't know, September or something like that. And one of the things she did, she had fat grafted into her face. So it turns out as you age, you get like skinnier below your eyes and to make yourself more youthful, they put that back. All right, cool. Well, the donor site was like her hips or something. And that was the worst part of the recovery. Like that hurt her for 8 weeks later. Or something
How
like
did
that.
How did it turn out? She got fat from her hips put under her eyes?
Yeah, it turned out great. Yeah.
Wow.
It looks good.
I
Every
didn't
so
know
often I
that
look at it,
existed.
I'm like, you look really pretty. Like it catches my attention.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hope you say that out loud.
I do, yeah.
I'd
And
like to get some cheek fat removal. I could be a donor Like I've got big
To
old
everyone.
chubby cheek.
Every
Yeah, to
woman on
everyone.
earth, like Genghis Khan, they've all got Taylor's cheek fat in them.
Yeah, and I just keep replenishing more with my diet. It's an infinite supply.
Yeah, no, I got Jackie on the program. We work out together now, so she's like she barely misses a workout and stuff. She's looking better than she has in ages, so it's cool. I don't know if I should overshare, but here we are in PKA. Like when we're in the gym together, there's activity there that would definitely get you kicked out of Planet Fitness. And it's
definitely gonna wipe the equipment
Lunk
down.
alarm.
There we go.
Jackie, stop dropping your fucking weights.
Yeah. Woody's house is one of those places where if you visit, every surface has been fucked on. Probably, you're just hoping Jackie cleans with bleach. That's
every
your only
wall.
prayer. Yeah.
Do you ever walk into I remember this happened in college. Like it was in my my dorm, obviously, and it was a friend of mine and his, a different dorm, and he and his girlfriend fucked. And then me and this other buddy of his were supposed to go over there and hang out and play video games or something. And when we walked in, I sat there for just a little bit, and I was like, dude, it smells like fucking cum in your room. And he's like, no, it doesn't, dude. I'm like, it smells like fucking cum and sex. Did you just have sex? And he's like, yes. And then my buddy John was like, he's right. It does smell like cum. And then he went in the garbage and was like, yeah, well, I guess you're right. There's a lot of cum in the trash. So then he went in and cleaned it out. And we were like, this is fucking disgusting, dude.
Did he pull out of the girl and blast off in the trash like a
I don't
Mongolian?
know how it happened, but it smelled like fucking like
Was there a
bleachy
condom
cum.
in the trash or something? Is that maybe that?
It
You
probably
show
was.
dominance. You pull
Yeah.
out and then jack off in the trash can. You see this?
Yeah.
You're getting none of this.
Yeah, you're getting none of this whore.
At least you talking to the trash can. At least she does her job.
Yeah.
At least she gives back.
Yeah. Look at this, serving a function. Like just getting
You don't
angry,
know anything about that, would you?
mad, beating off into a small dorm trash can, trying not to miss.
So
When
Jackie,
you had sex in it,
you want to go? You want me to go?
you go ahead.
So Jackie hickeys up very easily. I don't know. She just bruises. She spent most of her adult life with hickeys somewhere on her because that's just how we roll. I, on the other hand, am practically hickey proof. Like I don't. She goes at it. I I don't care. Try your best, girl. You can't hickey me up. And every once in a while, I'm like, oh my god. That one worked, and I just get this like I think I have one right now, like a big fucking hickey on my neck. And
You do. It's classy. It's so classy.
You know what?
I hate hickeys. I hate scratch marks. That
me.
shit'll piss me off so fucking fast.
Really, I have a very
if you
different
don't
approach.
think I will stop fucking you and go fuck somebody else for scratching me, you're out of your goddamn mind.
What do you hate
You're
about
out of your-
scratching? The
The
germs?
pain, the part where it hurts and I'm bleeding now. Like the part where now you've got some evidence under your skin and you go tell some crazy lies about me, you scary bitch. I don't know you. Don't scratch me. Don't steal my DNA without my permission.
Yeah.
I know.
How about I take a sample of you? That wouldn't go over well, would
I
it?
make women wear winter gloves.
How about I go grab a clump of hair or something? Yeah, good follicles. Like, get the fuck out of here. Scratching me, you bitch.
You're like
Have
the
you ever-
have
first
you ever
Patrick
had-
Bateman.
Yeah.
Bite me. I wouldn't. I don't
Biting
want
is
you-
very gross.
anything that we discuss
Punching,
beforehand is
give
up
you
for
an
grabs. What I'm saying is like a surprise, like scratching or something, would be out of the fucking question. We wouldn't be fucking anymore. You'd be getting the fuck out.
You'd be that annoyed.
Yeah, I'm
Oh yeah.
not on that train at all. Yeah, I feel like she should have constant reminders of her sex life on her, posted on her somewhere. Otherwise, we haven't been having sex enough.
There's something quaint about that. The hickeys and all the way. I know the way you're talking about it is lewd, but it seems almost wholesome.
You can see the. You should see his
It
brand.
is. They're a monogamous
You know?
married couple enjoying each other. It's very wholesome.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
50 and you still act like high school kids,
With
Bingo.
with hickeys.
I feel weird about it. I feel like I'm watching my parents have sex right now.
You wouldn't want to do that? Pick up a pointer?
Kyle, have you ever had like when you do the scratching thing when they're like trying to get away with it and it's like this silent battle to just like check them? Like that better not go any
No,
fucking
there's no
further
silent
than
battle. Like I will. I think maybe some people don't talk during sex or like communicate well, but like I'd be like, whoa, the fuck are you doing? Are you trying to sneak a scritch on me? Because that ain't gonna work. We need to go find you some mittens. I'll put mittens on you and duct tape them to your fucking wrists. Like, you're not gonna scratch me. The last girl that scratched me, I remember distinctly that I ended up tying her up to avoid any more scratching. I tied her hands together.
This is great.
I've told the story before. I was in that fucking hotel room, fucked up on Adderall. I couldn't come. I fucked for like 6 hours. I tied her hands together like this with like the iron from the hotel. When she scratched me the second time, I jumped up, mad, grabbed the iron, and like turned around, and she's like, "Whoa." Because she just met me.
Wait, the steam iron for clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And I start walking toward her with the iron. Put a little scare in her, you know?
Yeah.
And then at the last minute, I put the iron down, I get the cord out, I tie her hands together, zip, and then I like toss the thing over the other side of the bed.
The last minute, as the steel's approaching her cranium, I divert.
You know, she wasn't your average. That was that crazy bitch that had the snake wrapped around her neck when I met her, and the snake was like licking at me and shit. She was a weird lady. But yeah, she was scratching me. I didn't know her. You're not gonna fuck. I didn't like any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're being scratched by every other guy she's ever scratched.
I mean, potentially, yeah, I guess. Yes.
Now
Like,
you're getting little flakes of back skin of some other guy.
See, that's the other thing. Like, who's to say there isn't something gross under her nails that I don't want under my skin? Don't fucking scratch me.
There absolutely is. Nails are nasty.
Fine.
She was a snake girl I met on a park bench. They're not fine.
You met her on a park bench?
Well, it was the bench outside the hotel. She was out there.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's more natural. So you just, having a cigarette?
Convenient
I mean, she
hotel.
was crying when I found her, so.
She was what when you found her?
Crying.
About
Crying.
what?
She was tearful. She had some kind of, I don't know, fight or an argument with her associates.
I was just
She was
threatened with an
outside
iron.
the goddamn snake crying.
And you're like, hey, I've got a happy serum. It takes a little work to get it out.
I'll tell you what, I
Adderall.
usually don't approach women, and when I do, it usually isn't like, oh shit, I'm just gonna fuck her now. Like that's a real home run, I'll admit. But I was so horny because we just had left a strip club. I don't go to strip clubs a lot, but we had went to one, and I was like, now I remember why we don't go to strip clubs. Like we just spent like $500 to get horny. Like, what the fuck was that?
Damn, that was a horrible deal.
It's like I just saw an asshole
horny for
wink
free.
at me for $20 a minute. Like, and now I'm back at my hotel, and there this like cute-ish girl was on the bench. So.
I was gonna ask on a 1 to 10 scale, like, was it any port in the storm?
At best, you know. But
you have a heart
she wasn't
rating
ugly,
scale.
and she wasn't like saggy and gross or fat. She was
Sounds like
so
a
it was
7
a
or
real
better to
win.
me.
It was
Yeah.
1 a.m. outside my hotel. She was the best. She was she was a 10.
She was the best girl on that whole bench.
Yes.
She was the hottest
Her
girl
best
outside.
attribute is she was there.
Yeah. She was
Sounds
the
like
hottest
she
girl
fucked well,
outside the
too.
Best
Like,
Western at 2 a.m.
She's scratching and getting tied up. Like,
Well, that's not good though for Kyle. Kyle doesn't like
not
this.
only
I know Kyle's not all this stuff, but for Woody,
Well,
well, I
like
mean, I'm married, but
that's
you
not even
just
the best
met?
part. Yeah, like the best
Yeah.
part. I'll tell it again because Dick's here, but he hasn't. She liked to be hit, and she kept telling me to hit her harder and harder and harder, and I'm incrementally slapping her harder and harder, and my increments are small because I don't want to hurt her, and but we've gotten to the point where I'm hitting her pretty fucking hard. Like I
Where?
would not want to be hit as hard as I'm hitting her. You know what
are
I
you hitting
mean?
her? Are you slapping
In the
her? In
face?
the
I'm
cheek?
slapping
Are you
her in the
having your
face.
ass?
I'm giving her
Yeah.
like
Face
in the
slapping.
face, full face slapping with my full hand.
Cool.
Like, and I'm starting off at like 6 inches from her face. She's like harder every time.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that was our evening together. The next day, my cousin comes into the room. He's pissed because he didn't get. It's a double room. That was his bed. You know what I mean? We've been fucking in the room all night. He had to sleep in the truck. So he's pissed
This is
off.
Scott?
It's 8 a.m. Scott comes in. We got to work at 10. We got to go like record all day filming this video. And he's just like, dude, I didn't get any fucking sleep in that goddamn truck. People in and out of the parking lot, this and that. He's legitimately mad. And just then she comes out of the bathroom with like a towel wrapped around her head from like her shower. And I go, it's not my fault. It's hers. Come here, you bitch. And I grab her, turn her around, and smack her in the face like 8 out of 10 hard.
Like Ike Turner.
Pow! and I turn around at Scott and I was like, should I give her a little more or something like that? And he's just like, oh fucking hell, I'm sorry. Oh no, it ain't your fault, honey. No, Kyle, don't hit her no more. It's just like, all right. You sure I'll give her enough? No. It was just so good.
She's like, really? Are you sure, Scott? I could use another one.
Yeah.
I was
She
mad.
played along so well. It was so fucking funny. I gotta bring that up to him next time I see him. That was one of my favorite little moments. But yeah, I don't want to get fucking scratched by anybody or anything. I don't like that.
Disgusting.